Hello, this is Riding with Ree. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since we did a vlog together and I can only apologise. I don't want to bore you, and rehabbing with Woody can feel a little bit like Groundhog Day sometimes, so I don't want to just repeat the same vlogs over and over. Although that being said, if you would like a vlog like this every week, then do let me know and I will naturally make it for you. I guess I can't really go into any more detail about everything that's been going on with Woody without addressing this, the little bit of the elephant in the room. So with some irony, I find myself and Woody having a fracture at the same time. So I was actually at the gym doing work on a Bosu ball, which is like half a gym ball with a balance board across the top, and you use it to do like balance work. I use them all the time, and I've been using them a lot lately to try and get more strength before Woody comes back into work. And I was stepping off and I slipped and fell backwards and I landed on my wrist, so I have fractured this. So I'm going to be wearing this for like 4 weeks, but it's fine. The pain is completely manageable, and as I said, there's some irony to it that Woody and I are fractured at the same time, so there is that. So I want to give you an update on Woody today and a couple of things that are coming up with me and him, because quite a lot has happened actually, including a setback. Before I do that, I have a couple of other updates. The first is to thank EQUESTRIAN. You can see this blue shirt that I'm wearing here. I don't wear t-shirts like ever. I think if you've watched me for a while, last summer I wore vests pretty much all summer, and EQUESTRIAN have kindly gifted me the HKM Classico polo shirt. It's sleeveless. I have it in a few colours and I'll link it out to you if you want to have a look at it. It's not expensive. I think they're about £29 at the moment, and they come in a range of colours. They're in a breathable fabric, and frankly, if you have your arm in a cast, they're really easy to get on. So if you're looking for something to help out in the summer, then I would recommend this. So thank you, EQUESTRIAN, for that. The other thing I just wanted to share was that if you are missing a little bit more of the days out vlogs, which obviously I can't offer you with Woody at the moment, then I did actually go to Barbary International Horse Trials with Horse and Country TV just a few weeks ago, and I've shared a whole vlog of the day on their channel. I go around, we watch the cross country, there's some really great footage. I interview Austin O'Connor, who is an Irish Olympian. I was shaking as I was doing it, but it is a really good vlog, so do go and watch it. I'll put it up here for you so you can watch it. And finally, I know some of you were asking about the third episode from the horse insurance series. I'm so sorry that that was so late. I had a bit of a delay in getting some of the footage. We had a bit of a problem on the day and I was just waiting for some of that footage to come through. That episode is now up. So if you're not aware of what this series is, I put together, well, basically when I owned Woody, when I bought Woody, there were loads of things that I didn't know about horse insurance and loads of things that people didn't tell me, and then I was lucky enough to have a coach who shared lots of info with me. But I decided that I didn't want that to happen to any other first-time horse owners, and basically I reached out to SCIB, who are not my insurers, and I was like, I want you to be kind of an impartial voice on my channel, an expert voice, and I planned 3 episodes that chart the first-time horse owner's first year. So it starts with the vetting and then choosing your insurer. It goes on to talk about what happens if you have an injury, and then at the end in episode 3 it talks about renewals and premiums and all of that stuff. So you can watch that all. I'll share the playlist up here, but I hope that it answers loads of your questions. I asked them the difficult ones, including why premiums go up every year, so I hope it's useful. All right, let's get into Woody. So I'm actually sat in the paddock where Woody's turnout pen is now. The turnout pen's actually in the opposite direction, and perhaps I'll be able to get some footage for you. So I'm trying to remember where we were at last time we spoke. I think Woody was out in the turnout pen. So we were getting to the point where my vet was sort of quite happy with his progress, and we were probably going to look towards turning him out in this sort of size paddock, or maybe re-MRIing and seeing where he was at. Unfortunately, one day when one of the girls was bringing Woody in from the field, he got away from them and he had a gallop around the field, which was so disheartening. Thankfully, my vet was actually at the yard because he was coming in for a physio appointment, and my physio and my vet often look at horses together. So she actually had a look at him there and then, and she wasn't hugely worried, but it did set him back by about 6 weeks, I'd say. So following that, he was back on box rest, full box rest, for 2 weeks, and then my vet came back out and had a look at him, and then he started going out in the turnout pen a couple of weeks ago for an hour a day. So we basically started back at the beginning of the turnout pen turnout. So we're almost at the end of that extra 2 weeks in the turnout pen now. So my vet is coming to visit us, I think next week, I need to book an appointment actually, this is reminding me. She's going to reassess him, and at that point she is going to decide whether she thinks he looks ready to re-MRI. And so the MRI, if you might remember, was the procedure that actually led us to find the pedal bone fracture. And unlike an X-ray, the MRI can tell you whether an injury is active or not, because fractures never go away, they don't disappear. So you need to know whether the injury site is still sort of like inflamed and active. I hope I'm using the right words, but I'm not a vet, so I might not be getting them completely right. But essentially we are almost coming up towards 6 months now of injury healing, and you might remember me saying that pedal bone fractures typically take between 3 and 6 months. So it's a big deal, because that MRI will either say, yes, it's not active anymore, and at that point then he can come home and we can perhaps look at starting to do some in-hand walking, or the MRI will go in the opposite direction and it will still be active. And my vet has told me that if that is the case, it is unlikely that there will be anything more that we can do. So what that would mean is that the healing has done all the healing that it can do, and that we can't do any more. So the way that Woody is currently going and moving will be what he is able to do for the rest of his life. That's obviously a little bit of a kind of difficult thing to think about, but what I will say is, looking at, I think it was my last visit's notes from my vet, she said he was 2/10 lame and 1/10 lame. So vets tend to talk about lameness on a scale of like 1 to 10, like 6/10 lame, 7/10 lame. If it's 1 and 2, like it really is at the very lower end. So that gives me hope that we're moving in the right direction, and that, I don't want to say it out loud almost, but I hope that by early autumn, perhaps I'll be able to have a little sit on Woody and we can look at some walking and get back into a sort of what the new normal is. So that's very exciting. So that is everything with Woody. He's doing really well. I'll try and find some footage so you can see him, because I appreciate I'm sat away from him and you will want to see him. I have been doing daily vlogs on here, so they're just like 20 seconds each day. So they're in shorts. If you know what that is, it's the vertical video on YouTube, so you can get a chance to see us both in that way. So that's the update on Woody. That's where we're at. Why don't I show you his new Turnout pen, and then we can go say hello to him. I will try and film a little bit with him, but it is a bit more difficult today because I've only got the one arm. It took me a little while to set this up, but let's go have a look. So this is where I was sat. So this is the size of the paddock, and as you can see, the Turnout pen is at the top here. So it means it's much closer to a gate, so we don't have to worry about any problems, and it's also got a bit more shade. So the hope is that once he has graduated from needing the Turnout pen, perhaps he can go out in this little paddock, and I hope that that means he'll be less excited because he's almost been in here the whole time, but we'll see. I need to give that a little poo pick. That's going to be fun trying to do with one arm, isn't it? Let's go and say hi to Woody, and yeah, I know you're all desperate to see him. You've had enough of my face. Here he is, Mr. Woods. So he went out this morning. The weather has shot back up again to 26 degrees. So just having a little snooze, aren't you, Mr. Woods? He goes out at about 7 AM at the moment, and oh, he's coming. He's coming. Hello. He keeps trying to eat my cast. Oh, hi. I try and like break up. Oh no, don't touch the cast. Look, he's going to make it super dirty and I still have to wear this. Okay, I think we shall leave it there. Thank you so much for watching this week's vlog, and thank you for your patience while the vlogs haven't been as frequent. Send Woody his good luck for our next vet appointment, and we will see you soon. Bye for now. What's that?